did it a bit later. And before that I studied geography, and I worked for 4 years as a civil servant for a local municipality. And I decided that this was not what I wanted to do the rest of my life. So instead I went to the Art Academy, applied. And first they refused me. They weren't sure if they wanted to have somebody at the Art Academy that has already a full-time job. And they said to me, "Are you sure you want to be an artist? Because you don't earn any money with it, and you have a job now, so why would you bother?" But I thought, okay, let's give it a try. I wanted to go there anyway. So perhaps the next slide? Next. But being a geographer, I think that it has influenced my work. That I did something. Yeah, this is it. It did influence my work, and I think I started in the Art Academy with many topics that were society related. For example, this one, I call it Lovely Granny. I made this in my second year. I built a life-size party box, and I took it with me to a home for elderly people. And I asked them to take pictures. Okay, is this okay? Okay. I asked them to pose in it, and I took pictures of them. First, I thought, okay, they're the normal Barbies. They are young and they are good-looking, and mass media and mass consumption are highly focused on young people, and I always thought it was a bit exaggerated, so I decided to put instead older people inside of the box, just to show that older people can be much more unique and much more, for example, the lady over here, she couldn't walk very well, so she had to hold onto the box. And this lady, she came in and she didn't want to take her coat off. And she was hesitating whether she would wear her gloves or not on the picture, but she was thinking, well, the picture was taken. Okay, I have to freeze now, while she was taking it off. So she kept standing like this with the glove in her hand. And it was a really nice experience. And this lady, for example, I experienced a few weeks later that this woman, she looked a bit frightened in the box. And when I visited the ladies again after about 3 weeks and had a cup of tea with them, one of the ladies said, well, she wasn't very pleased in the box because she had survived a concentration camp in the Second World War, and after this happened, she had told the others that it reminded her of something. And so I was pretty shocked about that, to hear that. So my first work seemed to focus on being a bit critical about the society in which we live. Critical about mass consumption and trying to make everybody the same, selling the same clothes to everybody and the same haircut. So I decided to take pictures of myself as a playboy inside of the work. So again, I studied the Playboy magazine and I studied all the difficult poses, and it was really, really not easy to do. And also because it was December and pretty cold in the hall. And I wanted to see what it would mean to have a real life-size person inside a work which is actually dead because it's wood and cotton and things like that. And again, I went back to this to the paper. I started cutting all those forms again the same way I cutted the wood, and I piled it up again as a 3D picture. Sometimes you get this at home when you have a birthday. You get this 3D picture card. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I went back to paper again. So I started small. I made this big piece, and then from the big piece I went back to a smaller piece again. And again I put it in a package, and I put those stickers on it with a dot saying how much it would cost, like you would find in a do-it-yourself shop. You know, this rack, the blue one is $2.50, the red one is $5, things like that. And I made a showcase where I sold posters of myself and the packages. They were all sold out. And even the poster, it was very nice. Somebody came to me and said, well, our father is a bit sick, and but he likes women and he likes trains, so we're going to buy this for him. So it actually worked. Perhaps, it's also related to the topics that I wanted to be critical of. So this is the last slide I will show you. This is a work it also evolved in Diepenheim. As I told you earlier, I went every Wednesday afternoon to this group of elderly ladies, and they were knitting. And I just went over there, and at first I wasn't sure what I was doing there. I was a bit lonely too, I guess, being in that mobile home. And it was really nice because they gossiped a lot about the village. And I asked them to make these egg warmers for me. And also asked one of the ladies, why do we never use them anymore? And she had a very simple explanation. She said, well, I guess we eat the egg immediately. We don't wait for it anymore. We just eat it right away. But then I had a whole collection of those egg warmers, and I wasn't sure what to do with them. So I decided to take each egg warmer to the house of the person who knitted it. And I made many pictures with the egg warmer in all sorts of situations. And in the end I found out that this lady, she had a puppet in her house, this puppet, which resembled a lot the egg warmer that she had made herself. And it became some sort of an identity of the person, the egg warmer. And it showed to me that, okay, you don't have to be an artist to express something that is from yourself. They knitted something that resembling so much the things they had at home that it fitted very well together. So I took these pictures at their home. So that's it. Then does anybody have questions or comments or? Bedankt. When I thought of this installation, I would really like to make like a whole field of those. Well, partly because I want you to go through it. This work actually started because the dandelion is a flower that is not well. We can't use it, so we've never exploited it. But it does seem to fill up a lot of corners and slits. And I was thinking this flower deserves more attention, actually. So, and we never really look close at it, and that's perhaps partly why the size is so big. And I wanted people to be able to go through it and experience the size of it. But there are some other links as well why I made this.